Hello everyone, it's great honor for standing here to introduce our products. The hard cells in Africa. My name is Miao. My responsibility area is East Africa. In my market, we have a lot of agricultural products like sesame, like mung beans, soya beans, and so on. But for cleaning the sesame, I recommend this type. Double ice cream cleaner, 7.5 FC. And now we can check, let me introduce the details about this machine. The double ice cream cleaner. And we can check, at first we can check the structures. But here is the elevator, low speed, no broken. Is also our famous products in our company for feeding the material to the products to our cleaning machine, and we can check. This one is this one is the box for feeding in box, and here is the main frame, the main machine's bed, and we can like I mentioned in last show, and our products are very produced by our high technology equipments, like in our factory, and the laser cutting machine, the tube cutting machine, and the plate laser cutting machine, and the automatic robot welding machine. And later we can check the details how the products it looks like. And now this one is the ice cream. Is the ice cream for removing the dust, the light impurities. We can check here, and from this window we can check the details, how the light impurities and the dust removed by the cyclone. And this one is our vibration box. You can check there are two motors on the two sides. And we can check there are 4 layers. Later I will show you what is the 4 layers inside. And I think if you watched our live show before, you will know these are 4 sieves in the layer. And here is the black ice cream, and it can remove the light dust and the impurities again when the final products out discharged by these 3 layouts. It will remove the light and the dust again. This one also we can observation from here to check the details, how the materials come out and the dust light impurities removed by the cyclone side. Okay, the camera you can follow me, and this one is our cyclone side. This is the fan. The voltage is 7.5 kilowatt. Here, this one. So this one, it will remove the 2 sides of the ice cream, the light impurities and the dust away, and they will discharge the. And the light impurities and the dust will discharge by here, rotary, this one. We can check at this side. It will be discharged by here. And now we can check let me show you how the machine working. At the first, as we know, the light impurities and the dust is more lighter than the material, than the sesame. Then we use the cyclone side. We use the cyclone and to remove that by the ice cream. By this one, by the front ice cream and the back ice cream. And then the material will go in the vibration box. When the material go into the vibration box, there are 4 layers. 4 layers. The first one, and the second one, third one, fourth one. So the sieves, we installed different sieves in the 4 layers. At the first layer is the biggest sieves. Then from the first layer, it can remove the bigger impurities, and we can check the layout, discharge the layout by this side. The larger impurities will be discharged by this layout, and we can check. And we put the plastic bag at here to collect the larger impurities. And for the second one is for the larger than the materials layout from this side, from the second layers is here. And then our final products will be discharged by these 3 layouts. Then we will, as I talked, we can check the how the dust and the light impurities removed by this window. We can check it clearly. And also for the fourth layers, it will remove the smallest impurities, like the smallest stones, smallest black seed, smaller impurities will be discharged by here. Then, as I mentioned, so the 4 different layers, it can remove the different size of the material, like the larger impurities, smaller impurities, and also can remove the larger stones and the smaller stones. Then I have after processed by double air screen cleaner, it can remove the dust and larger impurities very well, and the final purity it can reach 99%. And for this one, for the double air screen cleaner cleaning the sesame, the capacity it can reach 3 tons per hour. So then, let me show you another one. Let me ask you guys a question. How the machine can remove the same size of the stones? Then we can check another machine. It can remove the same size of the stones, the destoner. Okay, guys, we can check. This is our destoner. As I mentioned, after we processed by double air screen cleaner, and the material also there are some stones, same size as sesame stones, are still in the raw material. Then the raw material we are going to lay. The raw material are going to be in this hopper. Then this elevator will load the material, the sesame, going to the gravitated table. We can check. This is the details. The first one is the elevator for feeding the material go to the destoner. Here is the gravitated table. When the machine working, the gravitated table will the other side, the bottom of the gravitated table is the fan. We can check. There are 3 fans, 3 fan rooms inside. 1, 2, 3 is there. Okay. When the material working, the gravitated table are vibrating like this way. like this way are operating. Meanwhile, the fan rooms, there are fans on the bottom. It will blow the air from the bottom to the upper side. Then the material, the lighter material are going to be below upper position. As we know, the stones, the weight is a little higher than the sesame. Then the sesame are going to blow up, and the stones are on the bottom, on the lower position. When the gravitated table are operating, the stones are going to the upper side. And we can check here. These layouts, 1, 2, 3. These layouts are these stones are stones layouts. The stones will be discharged by this layout. And about our final products, like Sesame, are going to this side, discharged by this layout outlet. And we can this one we can use. We also can go to another the next machine for the deeply progressing. And for this donor, we have two types. This one is the QSC. This one is the QSC7, and we also have another type. For this one, the capacity it can reach 3 tons per hour for cleaning sesame. In Africa, in east of Africa, like Tanzania, Uganda, and we have sold a lot of the machines like this double S screen cleaner and the destoner, like these two machines. We have sold a lot for cleaning sesame, for give the more valuable to the sesame. Okay. Now let my colleague to continue introduce our product, our graduated separator for removing the bad seed, the broken seed, and he will show you how the machine working.
Okay. Hello everyone, this is Wayne from Juliet, and next I will show you another machine, the gravity separator. And here, this one is our slope elevator. And normally when our customer orders this machine, we will recommend them to order this slope together. And it has two functions. First, it can receive the good materials from the previous machine, like this donor. And the second is the material which need to reprocessing will be transported. You can see from this part, transport back to the hopper, and elevated from the bottom to the higher side. Okay, and next I will show you other details about this machine. And first we can see this. This one is the main part of this machine. It's the gravity table, and normally we have two different can sizes about it, and the number 7 and number 14. The difference about these two sizes is their hole. Is difference. You know, this one is the one mesh, and the size of the hole. The number 7, the size of the hole is larger than number 14. It depends on the materials which customer need to process. And yes, we can check the details here. One mesh. Maybe customer will don't know which size is suitable for them, and don't worry about this problem. You just need to give us the material you need to process, and we will provide the suitable gravity table. And the other details we can see from here. This part is wool. This part is imported beech wool, and it's very stable. And next we can see this part is set green out, and it can improve the capacity. You can see this part. Yes, and here is the green outline. And when the machine runs normally, there will be 3 areas in the gravity table. And on the higher side is the good material which customer wanted. And in the middle side, there are the materials which need to reprocessing. And for the lower side, it's the reject. Here we can see the metal plate. It can change the area, change the 3 areas. If there has a lot of impurities inside, we can move it like this. Then the mixed area will be larger, and most of the impurities will be reprocessing the improved purity. And these 2 outlets is for the good materials, and this part is for the rejects, and this one we can see it will pass through the materials to the hopper directly. And this is the part we need to reprocessing. And next, I want to show you is this part. Yes, here we can see some handles, the black color, and they have 7. And actually we have, for this type of machine, we have 7 separated fans. And by adjusting these handles, we can change the volume of wind to larger or smaller based on the cleaning effort. And we can see it. We have marks here. And if you want the volume of wind smaller, we just need to turn it to the left, just like this. And otherwise, if we need to larger the wind, we can turn it to the right side directly. And because these seven fan rooms, they are separated, so we can change the volume of wind by it. Just change this part, this fan room. If we need just the wind, like maybe this part, we just need to adjust it only, and no need to change others. Normally, when customer using the machine, this part, the first one, second one, and the third one, the wind will be larger, and the third fan is smaller, and the last one is smallest, and for the last one is almost closed. We need to close it. The wind is very small. And here we can see this part, this small part. This part is green for stone outlet. When the machine running, the gravity table can also collect some stones. Then we can open it and let the stones discharge out. And I just mentioned customer just need to provide me the materials they need to process. Then we will provide them the suitable gravity table. Maybe some customers will processing like Sesame, the smaller size of materials, and corn, the larger size of materials. Then they need two different size of gravity table, and how they change it. And we can see here there are the bolt connection here, like here, and here is another. From the other side is same. We just need to loose it, and need more workers to lift it out directly, then change the new one to this place. And here we can see this small part. This is a fixed plate. It's just for protect the machine where we transport it from factory to customer's warehouse. And before we started, we need to remove this one. You can see the color is white, and is different with this. This color is yellow, and we have four fixed plate like this one and this one. From the other side, the other two. These four fixed plate, we need to remove it one time before we start the machine. And here we can see this bolt. We can change the angle of